Ladies and gentlemen, so the buffs for Carnage and also Venom are now officially live, and we're going to dive in. We have both of the characters at 4-star 440, and for a bit of fun, I thought we'd go into Act 5 and do some gameplay there, because, you know, they're not 550 characters, they're a little bit under, but both characters are really, really good after this update. I did a bit of a practice run against Winter Soldier, and Carnage was so much fun to play. It was a very, very smooth kill. I think it was like around about 3 minutes for a 4-star 440 champion, just over 500,000 damage. So much fun, man, and really, really efficient damage. To give you a bit of an idea, my Iceman earlier at 5-star rank 4 was about 4.5 minutes to get the kill. So yeah, this dude is just absolutely crazy. There are so many special attacks that you're throwing off now, and I think they've done such a good job of revamping this character to make him like crazy ramp up in terms of damage, and also just very, very fun to play. But anyway, just to highlight some of the stuff that has changed with Carnage, so you are aware very quickly before we start. So essentially his awakened ability is a power gain like Blades, so if he is bleeding and for every stack of bleed you essentially get a huge amount of power every single second. It's 8.5% power, but obviously if you have a lot of stacks of bleed and you throw the special one and you're getting so many, then yeah, this is going to shoot up very, very quickly. You're going to see the power gain on this character is like nothing you've ever seen. It's like Hyperion on steroids in terms of the power gain, but it's not passive, it's just yeah, going up so incredibly fast. Yeah, his kind of symbiote buff, so you always want to make sure you end on a medium combo, especially when trying to get the mutations there, and each time you activate a special attack, you begin to mutate in 10 seconds. Whatever buff you have will be turned into a permanent one. Critical hits, if the target is already bleeding or armor broken, you gain a chance to inflict bleed, which deals damage over 0.5 seconds, but obviously if you have deep wounds, this is extended to be quite a bit more. The heavy attack is a good source of getting your initial bleed off. It's either the heavy attack or you need a special free, because you can only bleed if the target is already bleeding, so ideally you want to get heavy off ASAP. The chance to refresh the bleed, and I think this was the same on beta, but the text was bugged on beta. It was 100% on the beta text, or 99% actually, but it's 25% chance to refresh all of the bleeds as well, so just keep that in mind. That's quite important to note. And if your bleed fails due to an immunity, then you will instead apply an armor break that doesn't stack, but reduces armor by 1,300. And while the opponent is bleeding or armor broken, his special attacks become unblockable, which honestly isn't something I remember from the beta. I'm not too sure if this was added as well, but that seems quite good, especially against a character like MODOK potentially. So yeah, not too shabby there. Passive, Carnage is going to gain a huge amount of additional power right at the start of the fight, 50% additional power from all sources. So yeah, this allows him to stack up his power quite quickly to get some of those initial mutations. But from playing, I don't know if Special 1 spam is the way to go, but it seems like it, just because the Special 1 has so many hits to it. But yeah, Special 1, Special 2, just kind of ripping into the opponent there, and the Special 3, if you want a bit of a longer bleed that deals, to be honest, quite a lot of damage, and I think if you're going for the longer fights, maybe the strategy is to try and stack as many Special 3s as possible, because yeah, that's like 500% of his base attack or something. You know, we're looking at 4,366 damage, and this Carnage's base attack is 839, so yeah, that seems so stacked on the Special 3 there. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we've done enough talking. I am a keen bean to get into some of the gameplay today, so let's go to Story Quest, and we're going to start off in the what is it, the aggressive chapter, and then we're going to show a few scenarios where I think Carnage is going to be very good. I think specifically Power Shield as well. This character is just going to be absolutely phenomenal due to his ridiculous levels of power gain now, because a lot of his damage seems to be coming off the special attacks and also bleed. And yeah, this is the team synergy where he's getting like an extended genetic mutation, more crit, more attack. There's loads of stuff with the Electro, double Spider-Man, and also Venom synergy. So that seems like the one to go for Carnage. So let's get that initial one off, and then start firing off the special ones. But again, just to keep in mind, Carnage is he is a ramp character, so you are going to see what? You're not going to see a lot of his damage until he gets 6 stacks of Fury. But even then, man, he's just tearing through the opponent, even now. Right, let's go for another special one. And hopefully you see what I mean about the power gain. It just goes up so incredibly quickly. Right, there we go. Just a really, really efficient fight. But also, one of the things that is a good idea not to judge Carnage on is the amount of hits on a fight. Like, 62 is still really, really good. But Carnage, not only having that increased power gain, his special one has so many components to the hit that, yeah, it's just best to judge kind of off fight time. Because that's a better way to maybe draw some comparisons between other characters. Yeah, we maybe need to get into some more stacked fights, because even this one, at a 4-star, 440 level, is just absolutely tearing apart. Alright, let's chuck a 5 combo here. Go for another 5 combo, straight into a special 2 as well. Right, let's dodge that. Another special 1, but it is a case of like 5 combo, special 1, just rinse and repeat. So it kind of does have that, to a certain extent, Hyperion-esque playstyle. But again, we can't even like barely get Carnage going in some of these fights, man, because, you know, we only got, what's it, 1 stack of Fury there, and I think we got 1 crit as well, maybe 2 crit there. But, hey, 74 hits, that Quake went down pretty damn fast. Now, for a bit of fun, I thought we'd jump over to some of the fights on the Power Shield one, just because his power gain is so incredibly crazy that this should be the absolute perfect node for really just going to town on Carnage. So, let's jump over to Path C here, and Thor and X-23 might be some good fights for this lad to engage in. But we're going to start off with the heavy attack, and make sure we get those parries on point if we can. Oh, fantastic. I'm really glad that Thor didn't come at me there. That power gain is so ridiculous, man. Let's see if we can get a little backdraft here. Fantastic. And again, kind of the main thing to keep in mind with Carnage, man, is that this dude is a ramp-up character. And for every Fury that he gets, it's something like 40% more attack. So yeah, just tearing through those power shield nodes there. I think he's going to be incredibly good for any of these nodes that we do see in the future. But that was 49 hits, a few special attacks. But if there is ever like a really, really big power shield fight, because a lot of the stuff in Act 5 seems quite easy to blitz through, even with some 440 characters. Especially when it comes to some of the earlier stuff. But maybe we might have a little bit of journey to the collector after this one. There we go, chuck down some bleeds on that one. Oh, we got up to a really good amount of bleeds there, actually. That was rinsing through X-23. Get the good RNG on the bleeds as well, man. I think there's some very interesting stuff that can potentially be done. But yeah, I feel like we are lacking the health pools, and I don't really know anything in Act 5 that's going to kind of have the health pool that I want to try and tear through, but I'm very excited to see a little bit of Carnage, especially when it comes to Act 6, and whether or not he's going to be quite good for, you know, if we are seeing some chunkier fights there where he can ramp up, or maybe if they're going to do something like another Realm of Legends. But I feel like, what is it, Act 6 is significantly more likely. Yeah, I'm not really too sure what to expect in terms of the health pools there. But anyway, let's go for a bit of Winter Soldier here now, because I think this is going to be pretty much, you know, I think the Carnage revamp really is built for the longer fights like Realm of Legends and also Labyrinth of Legends. But there are a few characters which are bleed immune when it comes to the Realm. Right, so we essentially just don't want to block here. Oh, okay, we got a permanent Fury buff. Fantastic. Oh no, we got block proficiency. Oh, that's rubbish, mate. Certainly not the mutation we were after. Okay, let's take this one a little bit slower. Just make sure we mutate into the Fury there. But hey, if you want perfect block, I don't know, I guess you could maybe stack all the the block proficiency mutations. We do have, what is it, 1 block proficiency mutation weighing us down here a little bit. And now he's reached all his mutations, and unfortunately we can't get rid of that one, which is a bit of a pain. But it's all good. We can just slap down a special... Oh, the special 2 there was a little bit rubbish. I don't think we got any crits. But I think now let's try and build up to the special 3 and get 1 bleed off that. And then special 1 spam. I think it's probably the way to go. Just because that special 3 bleed looks absolutely ridiculous. And I don't know if you can just continue to stack the special 3s. Maybe that's something we want to try in today's video. Why not? I imagine, yeah. I imagine it'll maybe work. And now the power should go up quite a bit quicker as well. Special 3 bleed is maybe a little bit slow. So maybe we'll go for 1 more special 3, and then I did it in something like 300 hits the other time. But I guess the special 3 tactic it might be a little bit slower time-wise than just spamming the special 1. And also we did unfortunately get one of those block proficiencies. Okay, so we got 2 of those big SP3 bleeds ticking constantly for the rest of the fight. So let's just go for some special 1 spamming. Dex off the end on that. Oh, mate, that special 2 is nasty. Absolutely loving it, ladies and gentlemen. But you see what I mean about, like, it just being like a 5 combo, throw a special 1. Is there a way I want to try and maybe get back-to-back special 1s? Just play as aggressively as we can. Yeah, I should have thrown the special 1 there. I'm not really too sure what I did. I was thinking in my head about going for back-to-back special 1s. But alas. Right, hopefully this special 1 is going to be very nasty now in Assassin's range. Oh my goodness. This man's just going to bleed out. So that was so quick, so efficient. I don't know 440 champions that are getting kill times like that, man. Outside of, you know, when it comes to characters that can bleed, Carnage just does have some ridiculous ramp-up potential. So yeah, I'm honestly loving this character so much after his buff. Hopefully, against Captain Marvel now, we can get all of the Furies. This one should... Yeah, we didn't have to block on this one, the special 2, so this should be an easier fight to do it. Maybe we'll just try spamming special 1 this time, all of the time. Right, I think we got a crit buff there, which, I don't know, couldn't hurt, I guess. 18 stacks of bleed. Yeah, we'll take that. Oh, okay, we got another stack of crit. I'm not too sure if that's a little bit too much crit, but, hey, we'll try and get 1 more stack of Fury guaranteed now. Okay, cool. So we got 2 Fury and... Sorry, 4 Fury and 2 crit here. And now let's just rinse down this Captain Marvel if we can. I think this one is going to be probably a bit more hits-wise, just because we are going for the special 1. And the special 1 is it 7 or 8 hits? I think it might be... I think it might be 7. Right. Start on 149, so yeah, it's 7 hits on the special 1. But again, this is a character that has over 500,000 health, and for a 444 star to be melting face this fast is just remarkable, man. Oh, they just did such a good job. It's definitely what Carnage should have been like when he first came out. But I'm so glad that they took the time to revisit both Carnage and Venom. I think they've done a really good job of just making him like, you know, you are in the zone, you are messing stuff up there. But that bleed refresh, oh my goodness! Can we get even more? Ah, we are so close. We got up to 20 stacks there though. That was insane. I'm really curious as to what the kill time is going to be on this Captain Marvel. 22? Ah, no! Again, so close. Trusted to, what is it? Watch it back and have a look at the timestamps on this one. Oh, 25, 26, 27. Let's go. 32 stacks of bleed. Yes, boys. Oh, mate, that was honestly ridiculous, man. That was so good. 295 hits from a 444 star. Man, I'm chuffed. I love the Carnage buff. But ladies and gentlemen, what do you think of buff Carnage? Are you a fan? Are you not a fan? Does he need to be buffed even more? Should he poison, degenerate the opponent with his claws when they can't bleed? That's definitely what he needs as well. But I think it's safe to say that Carnage has almost become maybe the king, or one of the kings of bleed. And potentially, I think when it comes to longer fights in Labyrinth of Legends, just from what I've experienced here today, on a 444 star, there's maybe a case for Carnage being a god tier character. I've put him and Venom in the tier list. If you watched the video, we had a bit of a chat about both of the characters as high demigods, but I don't know, man. We're gonna have to watch some of that Carnage gameplay very, very closely. But again, once he can get into that fight, ramp up, mate, there is nothing stopping him. And I can't believe he got to 32 stacks of bleed. That's absolutely nuts. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you did enjoy the Carnage video today, feel free to smash that like button. That would certainly be appreciated. Aside from that, thank you very much for watching. Take care and have an absolutely fantastic day.